For more on what happens next, we spoke earlier to John Kirby, the National Security Council's coordinator for strategic communications. Admiral Kirby, thank you very much for being here. We'll talk about the U.S. response and deterrence, failed deterrence, in just a moment. But first, let's talk what happened. It's been described as a pre-dawn attack on our soldiers as they slept there in Jordan. What else do you know?
Well, we think this was a single drone attack. Again, we're trying to get more information right now, but it looks like it was a single drone attack. It hit a barracks facility where there were troops inside, and given the hour, most likely many of them, if not all of them, were in their beds. We're making sure we're getting the medical care that they need, particularly for those that need to be evacuated off-site. But we're also standing by for the potential numbers of injuries to go up. For instance, if some of them experience concussive symptoms, which would suggest maybe traumatic brain injury. And most importantly, we have to remember there are 3 American families that got the worst possible news over the weekend. And we got to make sure that they and their loved ones, the loved ones of those who were killed, those 3, know that they're going to get all the support that they need.
You know, Admiral, we've got 3 dead soldiers this morning. We've got 2 dead Navy SEALs on a mission in the region because of the conflict. We got an Army pilot in a coma, dozens injured, and more than 160 attacks on American forces there in the region. What do we need to do to make this stop?
We need to continue to make sure that we have, first and foremost, the force posture in place in the region, the military capabilities to defend our troops and our facilities, and to make it clear that these attacks are not acceptable. The president has added force capability to the Middle East. I don't have any force posture changes to announce today, but I can assure you that he'll make the decisions as commander-in-chief as appropriate to make sure we can continue to defend ourselves.
I want to follow up on this question of Iran and Iran-backed. There's no confusion from the White House's point of view about who is ultimately responsible for this, and that is the country of Iran. They're not hitting proxies of ours. They're hitting us. Are we going to hit them at last?
Again, I'm simply not going to get ahead of the president's decision space. We're not looking for a war with Iran. We're not looking for a conflict broader in the region. We're doing everything we can to try to take the tensions down. We will make the right decisions, the appropriate decisions to defend ourselves, our troops, and our facilities. But again, that decision rests with the commander-in-chief, and I'm not going to get ahead of where he is.
Admiral, respectfully, I know we're not looking for a war with Iran, but with 3 dead soldiers this morning, are we not already in one?
I would tell you that we are certainly mindful of the destabilizing behavior and actions of Iran and the way they support these groups, these militia groups in Iraq and Syria, Hamas, Hezbollah, the maritime attacks that they're permitting by the Houthis. We're mindful of the destabilizing behavior and the influence that they have in the region. Again, I'm not going to get ahead of the president and what he might decide or might not decide. We are not interested in a broader conflict in the region. We're not looking for another war, but we absolutely will do what we have to do to protect ourselves.
Admiral Kirby, thank you very much. Our thoughts, as yours are with the families of those 3 fallen U.S. service members. Thank you very much this morning.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.